What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Branduary day number 29, which sounds crazy to say. I remember all the way back to day 6 or 7, I started questioning myself, questioning if I was really going to be able to do this, if I was going to be able to upload a long form video 31 days in a row on YouTube. And here we are with just 2 days left after this video. And I learned a lot over the course of these last 29 days, and I want to share one thing that I learned with you here today. I referenced it earlier, that idea that I was questioning myself. And maybe you're questioning yourself about some area of your life. You're questioning your skills, you're questioning your capabilities, your competence, you're questioning your judgment, you're questioning your decision-making ability, the decisions that you make. You might be questioning multiple things in your life. What I want to tell you right now today is stop questioning yourself and do these 3 things instead. We're going to talk about what those 3 things are in the video today. All right, first thing I want you to do here, if you're questioning yourself, is focus on the facts, not your feelings. Your feelings are going to lie to you. Your feelings are going to have you saying things like, I'm not good enough, I'm not cut out for this, I don't think I'm capable, on and on. All the negative self-talk, the stories that we tell ourselves on a daily basis. The facts are going to have you asking yourself, what have I already done? What have I already proven? What have I already survived? What have I already built? What adversity have I already made it through? What have I already done that's successful? What other wins can I take inventory of? I think it's really important that we focus on the facts, because we all get caught up in these negative stories that we tell ourselves. We have one little failure or one little slip up or make one bad decision, and somehow that outweighs all of the wins, all of the good things, all of the things that we've done that are really positive, all of the great decisions that we've made, all of the things that went our way. Our brains are so programmed to focus on the negative, to be oriented towards fear and doubt, etc. So we have to be intentional about rewiring that and rewriting those stories. And sometimes just doing a quick audit on the facts, taking inventory of the actual facts, are going to tell a different story than the one you've been telling yourself. And that new story is probably going to say, you know what, shit, I've got a lot of wins. I've done a lot of great things in my life. I've made a lot of really good decisions. A lot of things have gone my way. And you're not feeling that because you're focused on the feelings, and the feelings are saying, in this moment, I don't feel good enough. In this moment, I don't feel capable. I don't feel competent. And that's okay. We all feel those things in any given moment, but don't let those momentary feelings of not being good enough or not being capable override what you know to be true, which is, I can do this. I've got a lot of wins. I've got a lot of proof. I've got a lot of evidence. I've survived a lot of tough things. I've made it through a lot of adversity, and I've got a lot to show for it. Rewrite that story by auditing or focusing on the facts and not your feelings. All right, next thing you got to do if you're questioning yourself or doubting yourself is stop ruminating and start executing. When you're in self-doubt or when you're questioning yourself, it usually means you're spending too much time in your head and not enough time in motion, or in other words, not enough time taking action, not enough time doing. You don't solve self-doubt by overanalyzing, replaying old scenarios, things that happened in the past that you can't do anything about, or asking 10 of your friends for their opinion or their advice on what you should do. You do solve it by taking the next small action, by building a little bit of momentum, by building some proof. You know, I've talked about momentum and building proof in previous videos. Every time you take action, anytime you do something to attempt to solve a problem, you find out 1 of 2 things, or you find out 2 things, what works and what doesn't work. You find out if you should continue to go in that direction or if you should go in another direction. So we get evidence of whether or not we're making good decisions or doing the right thing by making the decision and then seeing what happens, by doing the thing and seeing what happens. And regardless whether it was a good decision or a bad decision, you still learn something, and learning something is progress. And when you continue to make progress, now you're building momentum. You get enough momentum, now you start to stack evidence. You stack enough evidence, self-doubt and questioning starts to disappear. Look, nobody knows for sure if a decision that they make is the right decision until after they make it. None of us know for sure if an action that we take is going to produce the outcome that we're seeking until we take the action, and then we get the feedback and we find out. So you need to stop overanalyzing and stop questioning and second guessing and asking for other people's opinion. Stop living in your head and creating all these scenarios that could or could not happen. You need to just take action and do and find out. And then when you find out, then you pivot and course correct as necessary. Self-doubt is one of those things that lives in your head, but execution and getting evidence, getting momentum and gaining proof will solve that problem of self-doubt. Get out of your head and get into action. All right, last piece here, last thing you need to do if you're doubting yourself or questioning yourself. You need to re-anchor yourself to who you're becoming, not where you currently are. And this is a hard one for a lot of people because we judge ourselves based on where we are today, on today's energy, on our skill set today, on our competence level today. But if you anchor yourself in that future version of yourself, on the person that you're becoming, then it makes it easier to understand, like, hey, I might not be very good at this thing right now, but I'm getting better, but I'm building and I'm growing. You can say to yourself, hey, I might not be getting it right all the time right now, but every time I don't get it right, I learn something. I learn what not to do, which better informs me of what I should do or could do. Here's the thing, growth is not linear, and identity doesn't happen overnight, and identity change doesn't happen overnight. So you have to anchor yourself to the person that you're becoming. If you're just starting something new, or you're in a new field or in a new circumstance or situation where you're a little bit uncomfortable, that's okay. Just remember that you will figure it out. You are growing, you are learning. Anchor yourself to that person that you're becoming, who you'll be in 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, versus judging yourself so harshly based off of what happened today, how you feel today, today's emotions, today's energy. You don't need to feel certain today. You just need to be certain about the fact that you're growing, you're progressing, and you're getting better, and that at some point in the future, if you just continue on this path, if you continue to make decisions and then find out, if you continue to take action and then find out, and you continue to learn and grow from those decisions, right, wrong, or indifferent, learn or grow from those actions, right, wrong, or indifferent, ultimately, again, you're making progress. You're moving in the right direction. And if you anchor yourself to that person that you're becoming, then I think you can remove some of that questioning and some of that self-doubt. I hope this helped. I hope this was valuable. This really came up to me today because I had a number of conversations about some people that I work with that just said, hey, market's different, things are different. I'm not sure if I'm equipped for it. I'm starting to doubt myself, starting to question myself a little bit. And this was really the first thing that popped into my head, throughout our conversations. And I thought it was valuable to share on the video today. Guys, as long as we're making progress, as long as we're getting better, as long as we're learning from mistakes and decisions and actions that we take, that's all you can ask for. And ultimately, you got to give yourself a little bit of grace. Nobody is perfect. Nobody gets it right all the time. But the people that actually grow from those mistakes, those people that make a decision that maybe it wasn't quite that great, but they're able to say, I see now, I learned based on what happened, why that decision wasn't great, and I know better what to do next time. And in fact, I'm just going to make a new decision and pivot and get right back on the right track. That's the mindset of champions. That's the mindset of growth. That's the mindset that will almost ensure that you will become that person that you're envisioning, that person that you want to become at some point in the future. So again, I hope you got value from the video. Only 2 days of Branduary left. I can't believe it. Today is day 29. Tomorrow's 30, and Saturday will be 31. So coming to a close here. I love it. I love doing this. I've loved taking this journey with you, and looking forward to it coming to a close, but almost a little bit of sadness. Don't know what I'm going to do with myself when I don't have to upload a video every day. So anyway, hope you guys have had an awesome day. I'll see you back here in the morning.